next to me called Woman Island. Should I take the detour? What kind of women are on that island? I'm gonna go to the Canal National Historic Site, which is a canal zone district connecting essentially Lake Superior and Lake Huron. And okay, let's figure out how to get there. Here we go. Let's see what this is all about here. Alright, made it to the city of Sault Ste. Marie. It's called Sault Ste. Marie, S-A-U-L-T, because Sault, it refers to a French term which means jump or rapids. And this canal here that we're going to take a look at was built here to improve movement of boats and goods. And this settlement was founded in 1668 by French missionaries. So it's one of the oldest European settlements in all of Ontario. It's a pretty big, expansive area here. It's feels like a park, really. A lot of green space and trees. So this is the Sault Ste. Marie International Bridge, completed in 1962. And it's the closest crossing point to America in a 300-mile radius. All right, let's take a walk across the bridge. Cool. Alright, I'm glad I made it here. I'm feeling great. So it's just after 6 p.m. I'm gonna go drive up to my hotel and spend the night resting, taking it easy, and then I'm gonna wake up early tomorrow. Good morning from Sault Ste. Marie. It's early in the morning and I got a long drive ahead of me. The plan was to head up north up the 17, but unfortunately the roads have been flooded. There's been some heavy rains in the past couple of days, so I'm gonna have to take a detour of a couple of hours to go around there. But yeah, I got a long drive ahead of me, 10 hours of driving it looks like. So let's go, let's take on this beautiful day with a bit of a detour, but that's travel for you. So Alright, we're back on track after that nice little diversion there, and we're in the town of Wawa, which has this lovely goose as its town symbol. So it's good to be back on route, and the diversion is done, so let's continue forward, and I gotta get some gas. This might be the official goose symbol of the city. That was a fake one back there, but this one's bigger. Looks like the real deal. I was totally wrong about the goose, the official goose of Wawa. This is it right here. the good old Canadian goose, but they have several other geese throughout the town. And there's a view of Lake Wawa in the distance. So the small town of Wawa here is a population of about just under 4,000 people. I was able to get some gas and a Tim Hortons coffee. And here's a really good map of just like how much I'll be driving today. So I started today in Sault Ste. Marie. However, I had to take a big diversion. You can't even see it on the map, but coming around this way, because this whole section of the highway, parts of it were closed because of flooding because of the rains. So we're here in the city of Wawa right now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive up the one along this way to Thunder Bay. That's my destination today. Okay, back to my chariot. Yes, sir. Alright, time to make a little stop. And I'm excited about this one for personal reasons. Let's get this car done. Okay. Alright. The story here behind the Winnie the Pooh statue is pretty interesting, because this is the spot where the Winnie the Pooh story and character first was kind of developed. So back in 1914, there was a Lieutenant Harry Colburn who was stationed here as a part of the Canadian Army. And he worked in the veterinarian corps, mainly taking care of horses. So one day he was at the nearby train station, and there was a trapper with a small baby cub next to him for sale. And Harry Colburn ended up buying the cub off of the trapper for $20. And he took the cub in and basically helped raise the cub from infancy for the early years of its life. And Harry Colburn came from the city of Winnipeg, hence the name Winnie, Winnie the Pooh, Winnipeg. And that's where it comes from. Back to my car. Had to pull over the side of the road here because we have a massive industrial site over here. Another pit stop, and my first view of Lake Superior here. Some cool facts about Lake Superior. It comes from the French word Lac Supérieur. And superior doesn't mean the best or the grandest. It means upper lake. It's related to its position to Lake Huron, which it drains into. Another pit stop here. We're going to check out a waterfall, and I saw pictures of this place a while ago and it looked really good, so I jotted it down as a place to stop along my road trip, and we're almost there. So the waterfalls are called the Aguasabon Falls, and it's in the Aguasabon River Gorge. There were several other stops I really wanted to make along the way here, including a beach, some place where there was these rocks with some old native art, Agua I think it's called, and another canyon gorge and things like that. So I missed out on quite a few things today because of the massive detour I had to take. Alright, that was a lot of fun, and I'm glad I didn't crash that drone. Oh, okay, I'm getting chilly now. I'm gonna head back to the car, and we're not too far from Thunder Bay right now. I would say maybe an hour and a half drive. But there's one last stop we're gonna have to make on this road trip for today, and looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to this stop since St. John's. If that's a clue, maybe you'll get it if you've been watching all these episodes. And if you've been watching from St. John's up to now, you are a maniac, and I love you. Thank you very much. Okay, let's get back to my car. Oh, I'm gonna have to bring out the sweater. Oh, it's chilly. So I've been thinking about this spot since I started the trip in Newfoundland.
Flashback.
Here's the statue here. Now, throughout this trip, we're gonna stop at a few different points related to Terry. Unfortunately, Terry did not make his journey across Canada. He had to cut it short almost halfway through near Lake Superior area of Ontario. We're gonna visit that site in about a month's time. Terry started his run in St. John's on April 12th, 1980. And he would run on average 26 miles a day. By the time he reached this point here, he had traveled 3,339 miles. Incredible. Because of his reoccurring cancer, he had to give up at this point here. And I've been in the car for just about 12 hours just driving, and I'm exhausted. But I can't even imagine what it was like to run all the way from St. John's to here at this point. Absolutely incredible. One of my favorite Canadians, if not my favorite. Definitely in the top 5. Yeah, I'm really glad I came here. Respect to you, Terry, for what you did. Okay. All right. I am gassed right now. I haven't been driving for 12 hours, but it's been a 12-hour day with a few stops here and there. And yeah, I'm gonna drive into Thunder Bay tonight, stay at a hotel for the night. I'll wake up tomorrow morning and I'll show some of the city before I head further west, where I'm headed to Kenora, Ontario tomorrow. And yeah, brain's not working super well right now, so let's get back in that car, get to Thunder Bay, get a good night's sleep.